Rejoice, mortal. You stand in the presence of beauty and terror, between pale light and long shadows. I am Azura, Queen of Dawn and Dusk. I have a task for you. She speaks the truth. The halls of Oblivion fill with whispers. Collusion, conspiracy. I believe some of my fellow princes seek to blind me. They know how much I treasure my servants. They would steal what I hold most dear. I cannot. The prince's compact with Sotha Seal binds my hands. You must be the vessel of my wrath. I sense my oracles, adrift in the void. Imprisoned in pockets of oblivion, hidden dimensions, only accessible through Nirn. You will rescue them. My enemy servants likely use void keys, powerful charms capable of tearing small holes in the veil of oblivion. They require Daedric essence to function. Slay any Daedra you find and claim their essence. A charged void key will open any pocket. Daedra cannot be killed, only banished. When you strike a mortal blow, their essence returns to oblivion. The crystal Rhea gave you captures that essence before it escapes. A prison of sorts. Defeat any Daedra, and the crystal will do the rest. Long ago, my vulgar peer, Molag Bal, manifested himself in the town of Gilvardel and destroyed it utterly. In response, the dark elf Magus Sotha Seal gathered 8 of the most powerful princes to a summit in Cold Harbor. The Tribune persuaded us, through a private bargain, to cease meddling in mortal affairs directly. An amusing request from someone who fancies himself a god. Now, we exert our will through intermediaries. In truth, I prefer it this way. Many more. But the princes bound by the Cold Harbor Compact stand above their lesser kith. None can match my beauty, or Molag Bal's horrors. Dagon makes an art of destruction. On it goes. Of course, outward weakness often shrouds hidden power. Such matters are better left undiscussed. Perhaps you can ask Sotha Seal about it. If you can find him, of course. While you hunt Daedra and gather their essence, my ward Rhea will conjure up visions. Yes, of her friend's suffering. Such visions might grant her a glimpse of where the other oracles are hidden. There will be pain, undoubtedly, but she possesses a rare and terrible gift. True insight requires sacrifice.
are wounded to tend to. But I'm wounded myself.
Over here, please. Help! Bandits are burning our fields! Help! praise, Azura. We're desperate, I beg you. The Abbey's under attack. They're trying to burn the place down. Bandits. They look like they're with the Midnight Union, but there's no time to explain. Just please go to the northwest entrance and talk to Sister Sophia. She'll tell you how you can help.
Please, you have to help me. The Midnight Union bandits. I don't know why. I was no threat to them. But they attacked me anyways. No. I am a healer. I can take care of myself. It's the others. So many of my fellow wardens are injured. I was trying to help them, but I can't really go on. Take these poultices. It should at least help them get on their feet so they can get to safety.
Understand how this could be happening. We have no feud with the Midnight Union. Why would they suddenly attack the Abbey? It doesn't make any sense. Certainly! The bandits set everything on fire. The whole place is going up in smoke, and they're preventing us from putting the fires out. We weren't prepared to fight. If you'll help extinguish the flames, it would be a tremendous favor. Take this bucket. If you can get to the well and fill it. I don't know any other way. The larger fire may not be so easy. Just focus on the smaller fires first. I appreciate your assistance, but I would not want you to think of the spirit wardens as helpless. We are a capable lot, but to be attacked out of nowhere like this and by the Midnight Union, we were just caught off guard. Smugglers mostly, and gamblers, even petty thieves, but they've never been ruffians before now. They almost killed Brother Roland. I thought I knew them. Why attack the Abbey? Why?
May Azura bless you for all your days.
You will always be welcome at the Abbey. Azura bless you for all your days.
You'll always be welcome at the Abbey.
It was a trap. It was a trap. They knew we were coming. The Supernal Dreamers. Master Muzgu said they were up to no good, and he was right. He and Brother Gerard are fighting them off. I ran to get help. Can you save them?
I should have fought harder. I should have protected Master Muzgu. It's the Supernal Dreamers. They've opened a portal to Oblivion in Maw Cave. That's where those scamps came from. And we came here to close it. It was a trap. The Dreamers wanted Master Muzgu for some reason. And now they've got him. They're trying to open more portals here and there. We need to stop that. But I have to go try to save Master Muzgu. Can you kill some scamps and hurl their heads into the nascent portals? The magical feedback should shut them down. I'm a spirit warden from Pariah Abbey, just west of here. We protect Stormhaven from unseen threats. Nasty things from Vermina's realm of nightmare. We act in Azura's name. They're badly misguided people who worship Vermina, the Daedric Prince of Nightmares. And that's what the Master says. I don't think they're misguided. I think they're rotten. And I'm going to kill the ones who took Muzgu. It's simple transliminal metaphysics. The scamps just came here through another portal from Quagmire, Vermina's realm, so they're still charged with positive creation. Got that? So, to open their portals, the Supernal Mages are channeling negative dismay waves from the dreaming cultists. Positive Scamphead meets negative dismay, and poof! Anything else? I need to rescue Master Muzgu.
I can see that many of the small fires have been extinguished. Thank you for volunteering to help us. Thanks for pitching in. I think we've saved enough crops to make it through the winter. But why did this happen? What's it all about? I hesitate to ask you for further assistance, but if you're willing, your help would certainly be appreciated. Our leader, Abbot Duroc, left some time ago and hasn't returned. I fear he may be injured or worse. Abbot Duroc and a few others went to the Cave of Dreams on the North Ridge. Duroc wanted to get something to help put out the fires. Brother Hakam went after them with a scroll of return to help get them back sooner. Now I worry about Hakam too. Both. But look for Brother Hakam first. With the scroll of return, you can get Abbot Duroc back here sooner, where I hope he'll be able to put out that big fire.
You will always be welcome at the Abbey.
Friend or foe, declare yourself. No one will harm the abbot, not while I draw breath. And I have more terrible news. Those damned outlaws cast a sleeping spell on Abbot Duroc. I can't wake him. He came down here for this scroll of summoning, said it would stop the biggest fire. I just hope it's worth what it cost. As Europe praise his foresight, this will get us back to the Abbey. Duroc said this scroll of summoning should be read near the largest fire in the field. Please, take it and use it there. I'll meet you at the Abbey when you're done.
saw many of my fellow wardens make it to safety. Thank you. It's so ironic that we rely on a stranger's help after being attacked by those we considered friends. Thank you for asking. I'm feeling better already. It's certainly a relief to know that the other wardens are safe. I'll be able to get back to the Abbey soon. Perhaps I'll see you there.
An Atronach. Simply amazing. Duroc, He's still under a sleep spell. But I've learned something. The Midnight Union wanted us to panic. The attack, the fires, they were just a diversion. While we were distracted, they entered the Abbey and stole the Dream Shard. You must awaken Abbot Duroc. He'll know how to get the Dream Shard back. Talk to our healer, Frizweir. He's inside, tending to the Abbot. We can't create more dreamless potions without the Dream Shard. Without those potions, we, and the King, are vulnerable to the Supernal Dreamers. The Dream Shard is a priceless relic, a literal piece of Azura's realm of moon shadow. With it, we can distill water from the Cave of Dreams into dreamless potions. Without that shard, we can't make any more of them. We use them to protect ourselves from nightmare attacks by our enemies, the Supernal Dreamers. Since we don't dream, we're not vulnerable to dream magic. We also send them to the king and his counselors. Another reason we're tolerated here. Exactly. So you see how important it is to recover the Dream Shard. The safety of the realm is at stake.
Asura. This is bad. While I was fighting my way in, the cultists performed a ritual on Musgu. He's partially possessed by a Daedric spirit. He's stuck in a terrible dilemma. He insists I should return alone to Pariah Abbey, but I can't just leave him. Please, talk to him. He's mad if he thinks I'll leave here without him. There's something he's not telling me. To Quagmire, realm of the Daedric Prince Vermina, Queen of Nightmares. Believe me, she means the mortals of this plane nothing but ill.
It claws at me from within. It wants to get out. Bless you. But neither of you needed to risk your lives for me. What I need is strength of will. I need you to kill me. The Supernal Dreamers performed a ritual. They summoned the Daedric spirit and bound it within me. My brother Durak taught me to contain the spirit temporarily, but it's gaining strength. I can't hold out much longer. I'm a powerful spirit warden. If the Daedric spirit possesses me, it will combine my power with its own. I would become a danger to everyone in Stormhaven. You need to kill me before that happens. No. If I leave this gate to Quagmire, the spirit will take me. Unless... I suppose I could force the spirit out of me and into a dreaming cultist. It's not as certain, but it could work. Very well. I'll contain the Daedra as long as I can. Take a scroll of dream trapping from the rock over there, and use it on a sleeping cultist to bind him to your will. Then you can lead him back here. What's going on? Where are you taking me? Please, I don't understand. I was...
Everything is ready, but I must be certain. When I expel this Daedra, it will be drawn into the cultist, and he will die. Are you sure you're willing to sacrifice this man? Very well. This cultist will take my place, and be infused with the Daedric spirit. We'll expel the Daedra, draw the cultist into ritual circle. After the Daedric spirit consumes its victim, it will return to Quagmire. Follow the spirit through the portal to Quagmire. Kill the Daedra there, then return. Ready? Prepare to die. Praise Azura! You survived! The Daedra is no more. I owe my life to you. You'll still have to fight your way out, but once I'm confident no trace of the Daedra remains, Gerard and I will disperse the cultists and return to Pariah Abbey.
You're the one who helped save our fields. Listen, I may have discovered the source of Durok's affliction. It won't be easy. The spell enthralling the abbot traps him in sleep and forces him to dream. It's a clever spell, since the spirit wardens can't enter his dream. In fact, we can't dream at all. We drink dreamless potions nightly. That's why we're immune to dream attacks from our enemies, the supernal dreamers. As of now, you're the only person in Pariah Abbey who can dream. The only one who can save Durak. We have another potion we rarely use, a dream stride potion. It'll put you into a dreaming sleep. Then I can merge your mind with Abbot Durak's. You must find him in his dream, figure out what holds him there, and awaken him. You must drink the Dream Stride potion and free Durak from his dream.
Ha! Durak, you say we betrayed you, but the Spirit Wardens and the Midnight Union were never allies.
Indeed. We serve two very different mistresses. Our dream is your nightmare. Welcome to the new world, Abbot.
You're no dream spirit. You're real. Can you help me?
Ha! Durak, you say we betrayed you, but the Spirit Wardens and the Midnight Union were never allies.
Indeed. We serve two very different mistresses. Our dream is your nightmare. Welcome to the new world, Abbot.
You're no dream spirit. You're real. Can you help me?
Our allies have betrayed us. The Midnight Union are now enemies, and I failed to see it coming. I can't, my child. These chains bind me to my nightmare. However, it's still my dream. So I know one of the Midnight Union men outside carries the key to my chains. Slay them until you find it. Don't hesitate or fear. They're only dream spirits. In this dream state, only you and I are real. And I'm only really certain of myself. Did you find the key? Good. Once I've removed these chains, we'll awaken. Speak with me again in the waking world. Without you, I'd still be trapped in that dream. Now we must work together to stop this threat to Stormhaven. You saw my dream. Clearly, Vermina's cult, the Supernal Dreamers, is behind this betrayal by the Midnight Union. The outlaws of the Union took the Dream Shard, but I fear it's for Vermina's evil purposes. We must recover it. I don't look forward to informing the king about this, but we must let him know as soon as possible. He will not be pleased. King Emmerich must be informed that without the Dream Shard, we won't be able to supply him the dreamless potions that protect him from the Supernal Dreamers. His Majesty might reward the one who brings him word of this. Would you do it? Seek out the king in Wayrest and give him the news. He must know as soon as possible. Then you need to find the Midnight Union. True, but not yet. The entire purpose of the attack on the Abbey was to acquire the Dream Shard, and its purpose is as a defense against the Supernal Dreamers. I do, which means those cultists are planning something big. King Emmerich must be warned. That is the highest priority.
Did you hear that someone actually escaped from the Lightless Oubliette?
goblins must pay! You look pretty dangerous. Consider yourself drafted. There are goblins here that need killing. Because the goblins killed my men. All of them. That's why the goblins have to pay. I want their heads. While you're at it, burn their territory markers too. The Watch will never be theirs, not as long as I draw breath. Yes, you have a hearing problem. Territory markers. They use them to mark their territory. The goblins set them up at the North Tower, the South Tower, and the Eastern Gate. I'll stay and keep this gate secure. Well, get on with it! Ah, they're like locusts. Every once in a while they just swarm. But this is worse than usual. It's the first time they've breached the gates. Not sure. Don't know. But after this, we should finish them for good. Wipe out the whole tribe, that's what I say.
They're going to find me and kill me. I just know it. You've got to help me. Those goblins will eat me. The Watch soldiers threw me in here just before the goblins attacked. You've got to help me. The soldier that locked me up headed towards the stables and took the key with him. Find him before the goblins find me. Hurry, find the key. One of those dead soldiers might have it. Did you check them? It was all a mistake. I meant to pay for that chainmail. I really did. The silvered sword, too. I was just trying it out before making them an offer. Honest. I'm a legitimate businessman. Did you find a key? There must be one around here somewhere. Thank Kinnereth. I thought I'd get eaten by a goblin for sure. They debone you, then carve your thigh bones into flutes. It's true, I swear. I'm getting out of here.
All I did was provoke a showdown that was coming anyway. Ah, the smell of fresh goblin blood is like perfume to me. I knew I could count on you. Well done, and thanks for all the help. The commander here would like to have a word with you.
All the boneheaded stunts. Ah, well, at least now we know what brought the Stone Chewer goblins down on us. Captain Rama here stole one of the Stone Chewer's tribal totems and raised it on our tower as a challenge. They're honor-bound to recover it, along with killing whoever took it. That totem needs to come down, and quick. I ought to send Rama, but it's probably smarter to keep him here under arrest. My troops are stretched thin. Can you run up and take down the totem? Bring it back here to me.
Captain Rama deliberately stole the totem to provoke the Stone Chewers. As long as that totem remains on the tower, we'll never be rid of those goblins. Not without getting that totem out of here. They can smell it or something. Even then, we'll need reinforcements to take back the watch. I sent a request to Captain Ernard, but if he doesn't arrive soon, we'll just have to withdraw. He hates goblins. I mean, we all hate goblins, but he really hates them. I've asked why, but he won't say. Should have listened to my instincts and sent him to another post.
I'm back with reinforcements, but I was too late to save the commander. Daedra, take it. Before he died, he said he'd sent you on a mission. I hope you succeeded. Now, you've got to return that totem to the Stone Chewers. The Goblin camp is to the west, but I'm not sure where the totem belongs. If I were you, I'd ask that crazy scholar who lives near the camp. Nellic Starone. That's his name.
So many tribes gone from High Rock. The rat farmers, the throat cutters, even the famous disembowelers. The Stone Chewers are really the last of the breed. Search the caves. The totem needs to be restored to the Goblin's shrine. If a shaman sees you, expect some kind of trouble. One of them knows a shape-changing spell, and he's got a wicked sense of humor. Indeed. Look how busy they are. Carving femur flutes, skinning Durzog puppies, disciplining their females. So misunderstood. Like us, yet unlike. The goblins live in a world apart, one I may never enter. I can only dream. Aren't you a peculiar specimen? Wait a minute, you're not a goblin. I know goblins inside and out, and you're no goblin. You're the one from the Watch. Fascinating. It must be simply fascinating. It's something I've always dreamed of. It's really not fair that this happened to you. You're no goblin scholar. It should have been me.
Is it done? Has the totem been returned to the goblins? Well done! You accomplished what we couldn't. Cumberland's Watch is in your debt. We'll drive out the remaining goblins, but while we're doing that, Rama's just going to be getting farther away. Captain Rama has fled Cumberland's Watch. His comrade's blood is on his hands. He must be brought to justice for his crimes. One of my scouts saw Rama's cousin Harimal in the woods north of the Watch. Rama and his cousin are tight. I'll bet he knows where Rama has fled to.
Hello, stranger. If you're hungry, I've got extra. Rama's holed up in that cave over there. You don't want to tangle with him. He's meaner than a nest of vipers. He traded swords with me because his had lost its edge. If I were you, I'd just take this sword back to Watch Captain Ernard and say you killed him.
Die, goblin lover.
Rama, dead. I can't believe it. I'm going to miss the old scoundrel.
Help us bring Rama to justice. He's responsible for this slaughter. I don't rejoice at this news. Rama was a fine officer once. At least it is over. Thank you.
My wife will never know what happened to me. Take word to my wife. Augustine de Rone should know I didn't make it. Please, tell her I love her. Please, anyone. You've got to help me. I mean, us. I mean the whole town. The Countess has gone crazy, and everyone's fighting about who should be in charge. She's the only one who can run this place. We need to help her. I don't know, and if anyone would know, it would be me. I'm her manservant. The other day, she called all the servants up and dismissed us. Since then, she's been shut up in the house, refusing to leave. The whole town's talking about it. No, the Count died years ago, and she's been in charge ever since. Of course, every eligible man in Stormhaven has come calling, trying to court her. But she doesn't like them. Or hasn't married, at least. Please, can you just talk to her? I can't thank you enough. So many people in town just want to write her off. They're less worried about her welfare than they are about who should take authority of Windkeep. Everyone asks that. King Afrin conquered Windkeep and renamed it Afrin's Hold, just to the south. The town kept the old name. It's a small place, but we do a fair amount of trade. The Countess is wealthier than most of her suitors. Yeah. The Countess has at least 5 different men who've been courting her. Not common folk like you and me, either. We're talking noblemen. People with lots of gold to throw around. They buy her some pretty fancy gifts. I wouldn't go near that place if I were you. They say it's haunted. Some other people came by asking about it recently. Haven't seen them since. So like I said, I wouldn't go there. I don't know. They were all wearing the same types of clothes. Looked like some kind of Daedric cultists. All the more reason to stay away from Afrin's Hold, if you ask me.
The lines on my face tell a sad story. The tale of a woman whose youth was stolen by circumstance. I was widowed even before I flowered. I did what I thought was right. I assumed the burden of leadership, but I paid for that choice. I paid dearly. Of course, Matthias is such a sweet boy, and he served me well. It's a pity that I no longer have need of his service. I've been so false, so empty. I have no right to be a countess. I can see that now in my reflection. Windkeep needs a real leader, not a little girl masquerading as a woman of authority. Don't you see how hollow I am? I'm a shell of a person. Just look in the mirror.
Mirror is not for your eyes. Look away. Go away. You look into the mirror seeking answers. But there are no answers here for you. I am here for the Countess, and the Countess alone. You would be wise to be on your way. I have taken the Countess away, but it was with no animosity. The Countess you see before you is the reflection. The true Countess is in the mirror, and that is where she will stay. I will not. The mirror is the gift to her, but she is the gift to me. If you wish to release her, you'll have to pass through to the other side, into my domain. You shall find a warm welcome there.
An enchanted saddle warmer? You're too generous, Sir Bryce. I don't go riding often these days, but I do appreciate the gesture.
So, does that mean you will consider my request for your hand?
You make it hard to resist your advances.
but I don't want to rush into anything.
Perhaps you should tell him the truth, Elise. That you and I plan to sell the estate and elope to Somerset Isle.
Indeed I would, Eurelian, if that were truly the case. I'm afraid you gentlemen will have to excuse me now. Do you see what I've become? Look at the reflection! I'm old, I'm fat, and sometimes Argonian. No one will ever admire me again. It's not? Are you sure? I don't want to go back to a world where I'm reviled. Where is Matthias? Why hasn't anyone come to help me? He did? How do you know Matthias? Never mind. Can you take me to him? Can we leave this terrible place? Whoever you are, I'm going to make sure you're well rewarded for this. Well, that was an adventure now, wasn't it? I'm fortunate that you came along. You certainly have my thanks. Where is Matthias? Where are the other servants? I did? That's worse than I thought, then. I had absolutely no control over myself whatsoever. Or was that even me? I'm sorry, I'm not used to being compromised like this. But that only doubles my debt to you. My first order of business now will be to shatter that mirror into 1,000,000 pieces. Next, and possibly even more important, I need to find out which of my suitors gave me the accursed thing. Greed. Plain and simple. Since the day my husband died, there's been a line of suitors, each with a more extravagant gift than the last. They want to buy me and my title. I certainly have. Why should I share my land, my bed, with such fobbing louts? Now one of my suitors apparently seeks to take me out of the picture. Matthias will know which suitor dropped off the mirror. Would you help me investigate this? If you don't mind, please apologize to Matthias for me as well. Tell him I would have him and all the other servants return if they're willing. No more suitors, though. I'm done pretending. I have no intention of marrying again. Certainly not now. No, they're all equally shallow and untrustworthy. Sir Bryce and the Altmer Eurelian are the worst. It was probably one of those who gave me the mirror. Sir Bryce is a man of honor, a knight of the flame with what he claims is a passion to match. The poor man. Bryce believes his own falsehoods. He says he loves me, but if I were clothed in rags, I'd be invisible to him. He claims he was drawn across the leagues by my beauty, but the truth is that Eurelian is the disinherited son of some wealthy mage. Rather than a talent for magic, though, Eurelian has a talent for spending. He would have me be his bank. Oh, I'm sure that several of my suitors will have already suggested they take custody of the estate. Both Eurelian and Sir Bryce are likely trying to rally support so they can petition the king.
This can't be happening. Not Matthias. He wouldn't have stomped on a diseased rat, let alone hurt a person. We were just standing here talking. He said you went in to talk to the Countess, so we were waiting. Then all of a sudden an arrow flew out of nowhere right into his chest. He was dead before he hit the ground. I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with what happened to the Countess. Did you talk to her? What did she say? Is she all right? The mirror? Is that what was wrong with her? Oh goodness, Matthias would have known. I don't really know the suitors. Maybe it was Sir Bryce. Or that Altmer Eurelian. Probably the Altmer. He's shady. I'd check him first. I think he's from some rich family in the Aldmeri Dominion. All I've ever heard him talk about is gold. He even described the Countess's hair as strings of gold. Sir Bryce is really respectable. I don't know why the Countess isn't more receptive to him. He's a Knight of the Flame and everything. I think he would make a good husband. Of course, he's never even noticed me.
This blacksmith makes quite a bit of gold. I wonder how much he pays in taxes to the Countess.
Slow down the Dark Lord's plans.
You mean, if I were the Count? I hoped for something like that, but my days of courting the Countess have come to an end. I've no gold left for gifts. Haven't been able to give her anything for weeks. She's already forgotten me. No, I'm afraid not. I couldn't afford to give her a flower. So it was a mirror that finally won her over. Maybe Sir Bryce or Rowleen Mounier was the lucky one. There is someone who would know for sure, but I'm sworn to secrecy. I suppose he's an honorable sort. He certainly carries himself that way. If I was to choose the suitor to whom I had lost the Countess's hand, it would be him. I could at least understand her wanting to marry a knight. I know of him, but I don't consort with members of the working class. I certainly hope he wasn't the one to win the Countess's hand. I would be humiliated to be upstaged by someone of low birth. I suppose I'd be a fool to turn down such an opportunity. Very well, there's a young woman named Elaine who's obsessed with the Countess. What some might call a stalker. She'll know who presented the mirror. She's the one to ask.
Oh, it's you. I saw you leaving the Countess's house earlier. I don't mean to intrude, but I simply have to ask. Are you yet another suitor come to seek her hand in marriage? Oh, well then, I suppose you're an old friend of the Countess's. I don't want to pry, of course, but, well, I am curious. What exactly is your relationship with her? The mirror? Matthias could have told you. Oh, but he was killed, wasn't he? Well, I don't mind telling you. It was actually a new suitor, but a strong contender. Tall, dark, handsome, very dignified. I heard his footman call him Syrian. Well, I mean, I was curious, so yes, I followed him. He hiked up into the woods north of town. Kind of peculiar, honestly. So, can you tell me what this is all about? I'm dying to know. Cursed? Mara's mercy! That's terrible! I guess you're going after Syrian, then. Is the Countess all right? Never mind. You have work to do. Go on. This is getting good. I can't wait to see what happens next.
Merchants shouldn't have to pay taxes at all. We're bringing business into the village.
Praise the aid, it's you. Quick, untie me. The Countess was so sad about Matthias. She sent me to get flowers for his funeral. But on the way, one of these crazy cultists snuck up and just grabbed me. He dragged me back here and they asked me all these questions. This whole thing, the mirror, it wasn't the suitors. These cultists wanted to get rid of the Countess so they can take over the town. They forced me to talk. They think they're planning to kill the Countess at the funeral. You have to go stop them.
Have you come to pay your respects? That's very kind of you. Matthias was such... He was good to me. Better than I deserved, I think. In danger? Is it one of those pathetic suitors? Are they really that determined to have me out of the way? Oh no. That must be them. Please, you have to protect me. It looks clear now. Hurry. Meet me back at the manse. It seems you wound up saving me twice. I wish I knew a proper way to express my level of gratitude. Whoever these supernal dreamers are, they are cunning and clearly willing to go to great lengths to achieve their goals. I'm happy to be alive, and I'm also glad to know you stopped them cold. This has all been such an ordeal. I feel like there's so much to do now that it's over. Well, I want to go back to the graveyard and pay proper respects to my poor, sweet Matthias. And I suppose I must say something to my suitors. Speaking of which, I'm sorry you had to talk to them before. I know that must have been painful. You wanted to know if we were lovers? Yes, we were. No point in hiding it now. I think I loved him. It felt like it was just a game. Only now do I realize how wonderful he really was. Better than my suitors, at least. I think it's probably best if I just stop pretending. I have no intention of marrying again, and I should stop playing these games. You helped me realize that.
sorry. They forced me to do it. I had no choice.
From the side.
You did it. I'm free.
Your timing is impeccable. I'm on a critical mission for the Mages Guild, and I need assistance. These ruins contain a powerful relic, King Afrin's sword. With all the chaos in this region, the ogres, these cultists, the sword is not safe. You're smarter than you look. Yes, I need to bring King Afrin's sword back to Wayrest. The Supernal Dreamers got here first, but it's actually a good thing. Their meddling awakened the spirits of this place, who killed every last one of them. Right again. Complicating matters further, King Afrin's sword was shattered into 3 parts. Legend says it can only be reforged in King Afrin's tomb. If you're brave enough to find the pieces and get them reforged, there will be a reward. I'm actually jealous, you know. I've always wanted to see the ruins of King Afrin's hold. All the stories I've heard about the sword, the hold, the king himself. I'd go along, but I have no stomach for fighting the spirits of the dead. There are books about the subject, you know. We don't have time for a history lesson. To summarize, Afrin was a ruthless merchant king early in the First Era. He conquered many of his neighbors, quite infamous. There are no specific records of what occurred here, only vague references. King Afrin allegedly spent all his time at war. Did anyone else touch it? We don't know how it was shattered or even if it really has magical properties. It certainly sounds like it's worth studying, though. Honestly, that was a surprise. I was told it was a quiet place. I presume it was the supernal dreamers who disturbed the dead. Perhaps because they sought the sword, or perhaps they were only trespassing. Either way, they're all dead. My research suggests the three parts of the sword, the blade, the hilt, and the pommel, can be found in the three towers within the hold. Only King Afrin's spirit can reforge the sword. We must take the pieces into the king's tomb.
I can tell by the look of you you're traveling around, meeting people, seeing new places. That's the life I'm going back to. This plantation is doomed and my days here are done. It's just been bad luck and lately, pure madness. Last week the Iron Hand ogres attacked. They broke the levee, pillaged the place. The orcs drove them back, but that was just the beginning. Now bandits are looting everything we have left. That's the thing. It was my adventuring band that founded this plantation. The mage Drodara put up the gold, but we all decided to retire here. Bad idea. I just want to leave now, but the bandits are holding my companions. They need help. What a relief. I wouldn't have been comfortable just abandoning my companions, but if you're going to help them, that frees me up. And let me tell you, it feels good. I'm just not the settling down type. I know that now. Nah, they might want to stay, but I just can't deal with all that. We made a good go of it here, but I need to move on now. Spend some time alone. It's a shame, because we made quite the team back in our younger days. There's me, Jan, the thief. Then there's Drodara, our magic user, the brains of the team. The brawn came from our fighter, Narstig, and then there was our cleric, Murkwatcher. She's really a shaman, but we called her cleric back then. I guess our team does sound a bit quaint these days, doesn't it? Drodara first suggested we retire about 20 years ago, but it was 10 years later before we actually settled down here. Technically, yes. He originally put up all the gold to build the place out and hire the workers. Drodara gave the rest of us a 20% share each. It's all pretty much worthless now. Well, they either drowned when the ogres broke the levees, or they fled, or the bandits have probably killed them now. I didn't see anyone left when I was sneaking away, except my companions, and the bandits have them tied up. The Iron Hand ogres were making a drive to attack Wayrest. We fell in their path. They ate all our livestock and broke the levees. Then General Godron and his orcs drove the ogres back, but these looting bandits came in right after. They're just a ragged group of looters and scavengers as far as I can tell, though I guess they're a little more organized than I would have expected. Drodara or one of my other companions may know more.